disappears for a while. It's like a balloon under the water. It comes up again.
Yeah.
But you have the possibility to put it away for a while.
Your movement must be perfect. There's only one way to do it, and sometimes there's a moment that it's really perfect. You feel that this is it.
And suddenly things are clear, simple, straight.
You're going with the flow, and your ego don't exist anymore.
Alive.
And then we do the first movement, and it's like I'm full of energy.
And then I get lost again. I mean, it's something that opens up and then closes again.
Because what you need to learn when you start doing movements is that you have to go through phases. You have to go through a process before you can really step into a movement. And part of the process is that you should not judge yourself when you're in a movement. Not say, oh, I did this wrong, I did that wrong. Just be with yourself. Don't judge. Appreciate yourself.
Yeah, they show everything of you.
And a very important thing is be confident that you can do it, that you can be part of that movement.
Of course, when people come into the class because they think movements are beautiful or something special or mysterious, and they don't have an aim for themselves, they cannot use this energy.
Consciousness. That's the benefit. That's where I'm after.
People see you who you are, the way you are. If you're a liar, they see you're a liar. Immediately.
But it must interest you. It must interest you that you want to get conscious of your world and what makes the world run and what makes your inside world run.
People in front of the class see so many things that when you're in the class you're not aware of, but as soon as you step out and look, that's why we almost never see a movement, because we want to be part of it, but when you step out and look, so amazing.
I would say it does entail breaking down some conditioned patterns, so clearing away.
I want to be in control of my likes and my dislikes.
And it gave me an opportunity to see who I am in an entirely different way from just reading and thinking.
There was an incredible sense of freedom.
Well, I used to dream 99% of the day, and now I dream 90% of the day, and that's an enormous difference.
But it was really a question of all of a sudden breaking loose from something, from the sense of being imprisoned by your conditioning, whatever it is.
And to get in a bigger trust of that this life has a meaning, and that there is a consciousness which created this life, inclusive this body and what I call me.
Taking responsibility of your own life and your own daily practice.
Which is like a machine working, and not like a conscious being which is reacting out of a new and neutral state every time.
Because taking responsibility of your own life will lift you out of this like and dislike.
No, we are reacting out like a computer out of a programmed state. We have certain program for every situation in life, and we do not see the situations new.
Well, you have to be careful with it because you're completely naked.
Also, indeed, movements support this discipline you need in your daily life.
But with the movements.
I know what you're going to say, I think.
Yeah, what am I going to say?
I think that you can't pretend in the movements. You're in it or not. You cannot. If you're in a movement, you're there. This is who you are. And when you're not in a movement, when you're outside and looking to a class, you immediately see who's in the movement and who's not. And that is so miraculous. You immediately see the persons that are part of the movement and the persons that are not. You cannot lie to yourself and to anybody else who's in front of the class.
So it makes you inside, your mind is getting more quiet.
That the mind remains totally flexible, relaxed, while your body is being asked to do all of these precise, difficult things where your arms are doing one thing, your feet are doing another thing.
In a way, your whole organism is starting to function better.
And suddenly the face slips.
You're busy counting various patterns of the Enneagram.
And you see it. And when you're standing in front of the class, it can be quite painful.
And you know, it's strange about the movements. I'm not a dancer. I sing, I act, I do a lot of things. I have never been really into my body.
So this is why it's important to have a safe place.
But if your mind isn't free, you're not going to do it.
You get to know yourself in a different way.
Because it's not like doing a dance where you say, aha, I have to do this, this, and this, and then you do it. And this is really being totally open, aware.
We need some gentleness.
I felt like I've never felt, or very rarely felt, in any other time of my life.
To be able to bear it.
I felt totally in myself. And that's why suddenly I could pick up the movement and do it.
To accept it.
And I feel the movements, only through the movements, am I taken to some other place where nothing else that I do takes me to.
Because if you repeat all the time, you provide an element of repetition which cannot work, because movements have to be recreated, not reproduced. They have to be recreated to come to that moment, that particular moment when the movement speaks and everybody is getting a taste of the sacred.
It was suddenly, while we were training the great prayer, my attention was changing. Normally we look from inside to the outside, and we think we are there and the other world is there. And it was like my attention was the opposite of that. My attention was suddenly outside and was looking at this body here. And like, I don't know, I didn't see eyes, but it was like 100 or 1,000 eyes were watching me. So my attention was outside and was watching this body and this state, and not constant, but quite permanent for the last 2 days of the seminar. And I was really more aware than before what was going on with this body, and I could not do certain, let's say, stupid things. You know, I was in a kind of bigger order where I had to follow that order.